happen on Sunday the 15th. We got like 10 games or so, 8 games. 8 games. The first game is the New York Knicks beat the Detroit Pistons 117-104. RJ played just 26 minutes. He is not a must roster, but if you need points, it's nice to have. For whatever reason, he only played 26. I guess it was a blowout. The free throw the free throw efficiency was an issue. Meanwhile, Julius Randle played 40 minutes, had 42 points and 15 rebounds. Feel like Tom Thibodeau just let him stay in the game for a few extra minutes just to get the stats. Had a block, 8 for 8, crazy good efficiency. Same thing with Jalen Brunson. The guy has been balling lately and all season, to be honest. 46 ranked player. Really surprised. Averaging 22 points on the season so far, but the last, I would say 5 to 10 games, he's been really, really, really good. Quentin Grimes at this point is a must roster. He gets consistent 35 minutes. He hits threes, and he gets steals. He's efficient. He doesn't really turn the ball over that much. Hit 2 threes here, 11 points. And Emmanuel quickly got 34 minutes. I think a couple of other guys, they're just completely out of the rotation. Evan Fournier, who started the season as a starter, by the way. Cam Reddish, Derrick Rose. So Emmanuel quickly, I think, is in a territory we can at least stream him and maybe rostering him if you need some points in threes. He's a great free throw shooter as well. For Detroit, Sadiq Bey Bogdanovic was out. Sadiq Bey started, had 21 points and 5 threes. He's a streamer for threes. Isaiah Stewart had 9 rebounds and 2 blocks. That's great. But when Jalen Duren returns, he's going to be a power forward, and he just doesn't get as many rebounds. For now, I think we can roster him. It's fine. Jaden Ivey had a decent game. 21 points. When I say decent, the counting number look okay. 21 points and a block. But again, 7 for 19 from the field, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, and a block. If you're pounding 2 of the 3 efficiency categories, it's okay. Otherwise, he's just a streamer. Killian Hayes also destroy your field goal as well, but had 9 assists and 2 steals. Killian Hayes is the must roster. In category leagues, he's a must roster. He's going to give you 6-7 assists and 1.5 steals. That is must roster material. And Alec Burks came off the bench, hit 4 threes. That's also pretty impressive. All right, let's go to the next game. The Houston Rockets. Interestingly, they suspended Jalen Green. I didn't even realize. They suspended him for leaving the bench. So, suspending for 1 game. I think Kevin Porter Jr. was out due to rest. So, they started Darshan Nix. Not fantasy relevant. Eric Gordon had 24 points. But if you knew earlier, streaming Eric Gordon or Kenyon Martin Jr. would be a good idea. Kenyon Martin Jr. had 9 rebounds, 22 points. Not bad. But all the guys going to be back. If Kevin Porter Jr. is out again, we could think about using Eric Gordon or Kenyon Martin Jr. for a game or 2. Jabari Smith, it's... the rebound, he's been getting consistent rebound, but, 144th ranked player. The minutes is there, 30 minutes a game, 12 points and 7 rebounds and a block. It's just the field goal is unbelievably bad, 38% from the field. Emperor Şengün had 6 turnovers. That's bad, but 8 assists, 6 rebounds, 6 assists, a steal and block. It's okay. Şengün has been up and down this year, but I think, to start off the season, he came off the bench. On the season, where is he at? His ranking is not bad at all. 83rd ranked player. Consider he's shooting 77%. That's not too bad, the free throw. I thought his free throw is going to be worse. 0.8 steals and 0.8 blocks. I just feel like those 2 defensive numbers should go up. 0.8 and 0.8, he could do better. If he gets 1.1, 1.2 steals and a block, his ranking is inside top 50. For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard played 32 minutes. That's impressive. And Paul George is still out. What is wrong with this guy? 3 threes, 2 steals and a block. Paul George, it's not this season. I think in the past 2-3 seasons, injury has been a thing. Even though, you got Kawhi Leonard, but Paul George has missed a lot of games the past couple of seasons. Not a guy that we draft early thinking that, he's going to be healthy. He's not one of those guys. Batum played 28. Zubac played 30 minutes, had 2 steals and 2 blocks. Zubac is balling all year. And Terrence Mann played 41 minutes. Guess he's playing really well. Got to give him the minutes. 31 points. but 5 threes. But next game he could just go back play 25. Norman Powell played 27, 18. If I think Clippers got a back-to-back coming up, so maybe you could stream some of these guys. And Marcus Morris Sr. is also out this game. But you just don't know. Robert Covington played 23, had 3 steals. He may not play next game when everybody is back. The next game, it seems like the Bulls only beat good teams, but the Warriors, they are really bad on the road. Steph Curry, third or second game back. Not the best game again. Had 20 points with 10 rebounds. At 8 turnovers, struggling, but give him a little bit more time for him to just slowly get back. Klay Thompson hit 8 threes, 26 points. Really good game out of Thompson. And Jordan Poole only played 26. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem. When Klay and Steph, they both play, sometimes Jordan Poole doesn't get 33 minutes a night. He was a big sell high before Curry came back, but yeah, now it's going to be tough. Draymond, Andrew Wiggins also bad. Andrew Wiggins not the best game. Again, he was playing really, really well before he got hurt. Give him some time. Same thing with Curry. Draymond was a minus 24. Wow. 7 assists, 2 steals and block is nice. But Draymond at this point, somebody that if he doesn't provide, like the assist is really nice. The assist is his biggest asset in category leagues. He is the 105th ranked player. That could be worse. Big thing is he's shooting 50% on only 6 attempts. So he's not really hurting. He's actually helping you out there. And 71% from the free throw line, but he really only goes there 1.3 times a game and 2.5 turnovers. So this year, the counting numbers, 0.8 steals, that is really pathetic out of Draymond. And 0.8 blocks, I do expect that to go up to 1. So, yeah. It's a lack of defensive stats. Kevon Looney made all his shot. He's not really fancy relevant. And Dante DiMartino still getting 26 minutes. But with everybody healthy, unless they got a back-to-back, I wouldn't really touch him. For the Bulls, Alex Caruso is a must roster. 7 assists, 2 steals, 9 rebounds. There are a couple guys out, like DeRozan is out. Otherwise, I don't know how many minutes Caruso is really going to get. But he's a team best plus 24. Like, he's good. He's also very injury-prone. But whenever he's healthy, he's getting minutes. He's a must roster. Patrick Williams getting the minutes, not doing much. And Vucevic had a huge game, 43. His best game of the season by far, 43 points, 13 rebounds, 4 assists, and with 4 steals. Vucevic, every single year, he's inside that top 30. Let's see where he's at this year. Yeah, again, he's 23rd. As bad as people complain about, he's actually shooting the ball pretty well, 52%. And 83% from him. So his efficiency has been great. He really struggled last year. So far this season, when we get to this late of the season, he's been doing all right. Zach LaVine with DeRozan out, he's going to score a bunch, right? 1 for 8 from the 3, but 27 points. He's been on the tier lately. And I think part of it is DeRozan is out, but also he was hurt beginning of the season. So he's ramping up a little bit. Ayo Dawson will play 40 minutes. Had 6 assists and 2. He's a streamer for sure. The guy gets 40 minutes. You gotta have him. The next game, the Oklahoma City Thunder beat the Brooklyn Nets, and Brooklyn Nets did not have KD, so that's okay. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 28 points, 11. Still went to the free throw line 14 times. Sure, missed a couple, but you shouldn't mind too much. 1 assist, a steal and block. Shai continues to dominate. And Giddey had a great game. 28 points, 9 rebounds, and 9 assists with no defensive stats. He needs to play more minutes, first of all. A lot of games he's only been getting 28. I guess some guys were out, in and out. This is a great game for him, but he needs to do more. Jalen Williams played just 11 minutes, and Kendrick Williams had 22. The minutes is just all over the place for the big man. Isaiah Joe played 19. Pokusevski was getting 30 minutes and playing super well, and then he got hurt. He wasn't getting the minutes in certain matchups. So it's hard to say. But one thing we do know is Jalen Williams is a must roster. He struggled 0 for 9, but do not drop him. Do not drop him. He played 35 minutes, had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, a steal and block. It's okay. Right? He provided those defensive stats. Offensively, you can't ask too much. And Lu Dort had 22 points and 5 threes. Lu Dort had a good game. And with KD out, Kyrie has struggled. It's only been 2 games. That's okay, but Kyrie has struggled a little bit. You do expect him to average more points, but he's gonna be the focal point of the defense, the opposing team's defense. So he struggled again. He's gonna be okay. No worries. A steal and block, 6 assists. Claxton, 4 blocks, 13 rebounds, 17 points. Great. Not much else to say. Royce O'Neal, wow, had 8 assists. Maybe with KD out, Royce O'Neal might get a couple more assists. Maybe he handled the ball a little bit more. Either way, he's a must roster. Joe Harris played 27 and Seth Curry played 27. These 2 guys with KD out, we could definitely stream both guys. I probably prefer Joe over Seth because Joe on most nights is going to get more minutes, but we'll see. And TJ Warren, another guy that we thought with KD out, maybe he come in and play 30, but yeah, they only gave him 22. So not really fantasy relevant, I think. There should be better options on the waiver wire. The next game, the Kings beat the San Antonio Spurs. Shouldn't be a surprise. Should not be a surprise. The Kings, they are the 4th seed in the West. They are a good team this year. And De'Aaron Fox, 23 points. Looked pretty empty. Just 23 points, not much else. And Sabonis just putting up numbers. No defensive stats, but 18 rebounds, 8 assists. Good efficiency from the free throw and from the field. Harrison Barnes only took 11 field goals with 29 points. He's just a streamer. He's just a streamer for points and threes. This is obviously a good game against a really bad team. And Keegan Murray gets just 28 minutes here. It's pretty frustrating. With Jabari Smith is another guy. Keegan Murray. It's just like they have upside. It feels like they have upside because they can get defensive stats, but more often than not, they don't do anything, and they shoot the ball pretty poorly from the field. Oh, and Kevin Huerter also played just 22. It was a blowout, I guess. Why did he only play 22 minutes? At 9 points. All right, we look at the Spurs. Yeah, it's Keldon Johnson show. Really, it took 25 field goals. You don't really see that out of a Spurs if you play for the Spurs because Popovich is about sharing the ball. But nobody else can take the shots. I guess Keldon just took 25 shots, hit 2 threes, and 20 points. Sure, your field goal might take a hit, but the counting numbers should be good. Jeremy Sancho had 15 points, not much else. Yeah, we could stream him. Jacob Poeltl finally has a big game, played over 30 minutes. 2 blocks, 7 rebounds, 22 points. But again, try to sell him if you can. A lot of the time, he's just sharing minutes with Zach Collins. And Trey Jones played 35 minutes as well. Trey Jones is the second guy. Trey Jones is actually better than Keldon Johnson in fantasy. Behind Devin Vassell on this team. Very consistent, get you the assist, get some rebounds, hit some threes, hit some points, get some defensive stats as well. So overall, not a bad game. Just good to see him being healthy and balling all year for the Spurs, even though they're not going anywhere. Youth development, I guess. For the next game, the Orlando Magic and the Denver Nuggets, 116-119. Oh, yeah, Jokic hit a crazy game winner. So check that out. Step back 3 by Jokic. Pablo Banchero played 33 minutes, 18 points, is still on the block. He's been getting a lot of defensive stats. Great stuff. And he's made his free throws this game as well. Franz Wagner had 19 points. Yeah, every time I look at stat, he doesn't have big games, and he doesn't really have really bad games. Just 20 points a game, give you 1 or 2 threes, and a bit of everything else. That's good enough. Wendell Carter Jr., only 6 rebounds. He's a must roster though, so don't drop him. And then with Wendell Carter Jr. and the full squad back, Bobo doesn't really get minutes. Mo Bamba out of rotation. Played 50 seconds. Mortiz Wagner also out. So yeah, drop if you have those guys, drop them. Markelle Fultz played just 27 because you got to give Cole Anthony 24 minutes. And you got to give Jalen Suggs some time. And you got to give Terrence Ross 23 minutes. And Gary Harris 21. So that's the tricky thing. I think if Markelle Fultz gets 30 minutes, he's still a must roster. Had 7 rebounds, 6 assists, and 2 steals. But they're prioritizing Markelle Fultz right now over Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs. When all these guys are healthy. So Cole Anthony and Jalen Suggs, don't have them. Markelle Fultz is a must roster. For the Denver Nuggets, yeah, Jokic too good. Only scored 17 points, but a triple-double, 2 steals and a block. KCP hit 2 threes, 2 steals, but I don't mind having KCP on my squad. Doesn't hurt you anywhere, get you 3s and steals. Another decent game. And Jamal Murray, I'm pretty sure Bones Highland, if you give him 30 minutes, he's going to put up better numbers than Jamal Murray this year. He's been pretty bad this year, and it's understandably coming back from the injury. But yeah, if he has a 50-point game, I would try to sell him. Aaron Gordon continued to shoot at an unbelievable clip, 9 for 13, completely changed. 5 for 11, it still sucks on the free throw line, but his field goal this year has been amazing, over 60%. And Michael Porter Jr. hit 4 3, 16 points. That's what happens when we play with Jokic, man. Michael Porter Jr. played 28. Yeah, they try to keep his minutes low, but as long as he's playing healthy, I guess can't complain too much. He did hit 4 3, so that's good. The Dallas Mavericks, Luka was out. I guess he was too tired. Lost to Portland, put up 140 on them. My God, I think they played back-to-back. Christian Wood, big game. He had an ankle injury. Don't matter. Played 2 days later. 23 points, 16 rebounds. I want to say sell high on Christian Wood, but hey, if he gets 30 minutes on this team, he can keep doing what he's doing. They really need a second or third guy to take pressure off Luka. Spencer Dinwiddie had 28 points. Yeah, I mean, these guys can play basketball without Luka. Obviously, when Luka is not around, he's going to have the ball in his hands, but he needs to take a break. So hopefully Christian Wood and Spencer Dinwiddie can get a bit more usage, and Luka just kind of take it easy because we're kind of late in the season. You got to save some for the playoffs. Reggie Bullock hit 2 threes. Is okay. Just a 3-point streamer. For Portland, everybody played well again. All the starters. Jokic had 20 points in 20. Well, the Dallas, really, they weren't just playing defense, I guess. Made all his free throws. That's great. But I want to see Nurk get more defensive sets. Rebound is okay. Points is okay. But get us more blocks. That's the main thing. Anthony Simons hit 2 threes. 20 points. Not bad. And Damian Lillard had, oh my God, another 40-point game out of Dame. He had a 50-point game earlier this week and then 40 points. He's healthy. That's good. 16 for 16 from the free throw line is also amazing. 6 assists and a steal. Jeremy Grant, again, all the starters play well. In just 25 minutes, had 20 points. They are really clicking at the moment. Well, they're the 11th. Speaking of that, they're actually 3-7. They lost to the Mavericks the other day. Interesting. I didn't realize. But this is obviously a great win. Just going to be in the area for a playoff spot. Don't think they're going to make any noise. No. Really wasting Damian Lillard. Is he still at his prime? The last game, the Sixers beat the Lakers barely. Lakers without AD, they're in close games. They just been losing them. Another close game at home. Joel Embiid, 35 points, 11 rebounds, a steal and block. A monster game again. For him, it's just another day. Harden, another game with good efficiency, 13 assists, a steal and a block. Amazing stuff. And for whatever reason, Tyrese Maxey comes off the bench today. Don't matter, he played 33. Minutes is good, but the number is a little bit suspect. Hopefully he can put up better numbers, to be honest. And DeAnthony Melton started, but only get 21 minutes. We're going to hold on to him and just to see what happens. Right? If he comes off the bench, play 20 minutes a game, he's not a must roster, but you could still stream him for some defensive stats. And Tobias Harris came back, had 3 blocks. Okay. But Sixers, they've been winning. They've been winning games, 6-4, fourth. Yeah, the top tier. The Nets, they're gonna lose a couple games, and hopefully the Sixers can use this opportunity to catch up a little bit. For the Lakers, LeBron James, 35 points. He's getting closer and closer for the all-time record. It's gonna happen. We just gotta be patient. 10 assists, a steal and block. He had a horrible game versus the Mavericks. This game, great. Dennis Schroeder played had 8 points and 3 assists. Just okay. And Troy Brown Jr. had 36 minutes. Just look at the roster, man. Like Juan Toscano Anderson. The roster is just kind of poorly constructed, to be honest. These guys, they're not really, they can't be starters on any other team, right? William Gabriel actually is the guy that I actually kind of like to stream. He provide good field goal, some rebound, and some defensive stats. So I don't mind having him. He and LeBron have that kind of thing going on, right? Thomas Bryant only played 20 minutes this game. So we'll see. AD, AD might be back in a couple weeks. So enjoy Thomas Bryant when you can. Russell Westbrook had a big triple double: 20 points, 14 rebounds, 11 assists, a steal and a block. Hit 2 threes as well. With AD out, Russell Westbrook has been putting up some great counting numbers. Efficiency is still an issue, but Dennis Schroeder just has been poor the last couple games. It's mainly Russell Westbrook doing. His usage is comically low for Dennis Schroeder. It's LeBron, Russ, LeBron, Russ, LeBron, Russ. And that's it, guys. I'll see you next time.